All right, you mentioned geology, and as a geologist, you also had some comments in the arena of climate change recently. And certainly one of the really interesting aspects of the discussion when it comes to climate change that I've seen is geologists tend to look at things in terms of chronologically millions, tens of millions of years. Climate scientists, their chronological window is much shorter. One of the comments that you made, I know, in the last few months was, a little uncertainty about where the science was. Do you feel that way, or am I misrepresenting your sentiment?
Well, and I've been saying this for years. And Denver, I think, has one of the strongest programs of conservation and sustainability in the country. We're looked at as a national leader. But I've always said that science is messy. Right? When I first started studying geology in the 1970s, the field had completely flipped in the previous 15 years. No one back in the 1950s believed in plate tectonics. All the smartest scientists have been spending their whole lives studying, the smartest guys in the world didn't believe in continental drift.
So you're a Harry Hess fan?
Exactly. I'm a big Harry Hess fan. Those magnetic stripes on the ocean floor, there was lots of other evidence, but somehow that was the defining part that flipped everyone. So science isn't always right, but it's what we've got. And what I say is, I'm not absolutely convinced with 100% certainty that the results of climate change will be as catastrophic or as rapid as so many people think. But if 90 or 95% of the scientists, the smartest people who study this, are so concerned, we'd be fools to stick our head in the sand. And, we buy fire insurance for our house. We don't think our house is going to catch on fire, but we spend, 0.2% every year of the value of our house just to make, in case that should happen. Well, if there's only a 2% chance that the climate is changing so rapidly and the consequences will be so catastrophic, we need to be looking at how can we use less energy? How can we find safer and more environmentally friendly ways of doing everything, conserving everything? I mean, what's our worst case scenario? We have less asthma, we have cleaner air, we end up with more money in our pockets because these sustainable efforts save us money, insulating our house, driving a more efficient car, whatever, and we don't spend hundreds of billions of dollars to foreign dictatorships that might use that money against us. It's, again, I don't think you have to be an absolutist. And I get, this position gets everyone angry at me. I think it's a knack that I seem to have developed. Maybe it's all those years in the tavern business, but I think it's the responsible one, that we need to be aggressively addressing the potential damage of climate change and creating priorities and figure out how are we going to get there. If it turns out in the next 5 or 10 years that the scientists that so many people who are alarmed, the scientists are right, boy, we better be moving now or we might be in a place where we can't recover. And that's a lot of people think that time is fairly soon.